and welcome back to Homeschool with Carly. Today we are going to make soap. And much like the candles that we made at the beginning of the week, this is quite similar. So you will only need a couple of materials, just like you only needed a couple of materials for the candles. So for today's experiment, you are going to need that same glass jar, one like it. Of course, the other glass jar has a candle in it now, but I have another one just like it. You will need some sort of ice tray. I picked up this really cute silicone ice tray, and it has little fish shapes in it. You will need some pine needles from outside on a tree. And you will need some shaved soap. So I, again, have soap that's already shaved down. But you could take soap from your house and use a grater and shave it down that way as well. Otherwise, if you go to AC Moore or Michael's or some sort of craft store, you can pick this up for around $5, a big giant bag of shaved soap. And as I always say, let me tell you, you will not be upset if you have to buy a bag of soap because you are going to really love this activity. So let's begin. The first thing you're going to want to do is grab that glass jar. We are now going to add some soap to the glass jar. Okay? So when we made candles, we filled this jar up all the way to the top. So depending on how many types of soap you want to make, you're going to want to decide how high you want to fill this. So for today's experiment, I'm only going to fill it halfway because I only want to make 1 to 2 soaps, okay? So I'm going to either shave down a soap with a cheese grater and fill up my jar, or I'm going to use already shaved down soap to fill up my jar. So now, this is the hard part. We're going to need an adult. You're going to want to take this jar and put it in the microwave. And when we come back, we will see a liquefied version of soap. All right, we're back and melted, and after a minute and a half, we have liquefied soap. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, remember, we have this ice tray. So I have a silicone ice tray, but you might have a regular ice tray and that will work just fine. So this is going to be our mold for our soap. So we are going to have a fish-shaped soap. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that soap that we melted down and we're going to pour it into our mold, okay? So I'm going to begin pouring it. So for this experiment, I'm only going to make 1 soap. But as you can see, the soap is melted down and it's in our fish. So for our final step for our soap, you're going to take that pine needle branch that I told you to get outside, and you're going to break it up and place some pine needles directly on top. So we are going to get ourselves a really delicious smelling soap, and it's going to smell very piney. Now, I love the smell of pine, especially around the holidays, right? Because in the Christmas season, there's a lot of pine. So now you can see that I have placed the pine directly on top. And now we wait. Just like previously when we made a candle, we are making soap that we melted down. So we want to wait for this to solidify so that we can use our soap. So let's check back in an hour. Hey everyone, our soap is ready and nice and dry. So what I did is I let this sit for about maybe 2 hours or so, and it fully got hard and we are ready to pop it out and check out our soap. So this is the best reason I really do love using silicone. is it's easy to pop things out. So here is our little bar of soap, and it's ready to be used. And it was super easy. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'd love to hear what types of soaps you made. So let me know in the comments below.